Hi, I'm Ben, and this is my review of Venom. Yeah. Oh, wait, actually, that reminds me. Okay, there's one thing I forgot, because I was doing my Toys R Us Fan Expo review. Then I do a part two because I forgot to show the Mario cereal and the Sonic Funko Pop. But in the first one, I said I got a little Attack on Titans plushie, and this is what I got out of the mystery box, and this is what I got. It's Attack on Titans plushie. See, it's one of the Muscle Titans. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, so this is as you can see, I hanged up some Marvel stickers because I had them and I was meant to put them on and I didn't know where to put them, so I'll put them there. Right near my Star Wars. I own all the things that Disney owns. Hey, maybe I should get some Pixar and Mickey Mouse. No, just joking around. Whew. So, Venom. We are Venom. Okay, so where do I begin? Well, there's a lot of people that are saying negative things. Like maybe some people like it, maybe some people hate it. I don't know if it's divisive, but I think it's getting more hate than being divisive. Okay, well, let me tell you what my problem was. I didn't feel like the relationship with Venom was that developed. Like, I feel like went a bit too fast. Like, it rushed too hard. Like, slow down. Like, first it got you here, then it got you here, and they're like, rush, rush, rush. I'm like, whoa, slow down. Now, also, a lot of people think there's this weird part where Venom makes out with Eddie. That's not what happened. You see, spoiler alert, the girlfriend gets on the Venom part gets hooked on the Venom symbiote. And then she makes out with Eddie and she's wearing the Venom suit. So it's not entirely accurate, but it's kind of is, but it's kind of not. So anyways, Venom. We are Venom. So yeah, the villain in this movie is the generic, as people are saying, it's a generic villain that's a real business kind guy that does evil things for evil reasons. Well, he becomes he gets hooked on the symbiote like it's rot or it's spelled RIOT. Root, reet, runt, right, well, whatever. I don't know how to read that. So anyways. Now I'm always been the guy who's like, oh, this isn't being faithful to the comics, because I get frustrated when I watch like episodes of Smallville or even the new Titan show that I'm like, this isn't like the comics. Yeah, I guess I was prepared. At least it looks like the characters. At least Venom looks like Venom. Yes, I do miss the white insignia, but yeah, but actually, in the Ultimate Comics, I actually watched this video where in the Ultimate Comics, Eddie Brock gets the Venom symbiote, then it goes on to Peter, and then he gets the white ambulum, and then it goes on to Eddie Brock, and that's how he gets the spider logo. That's how it that's how it happens in the Ultimate Comics. So this is what happened here. Um, oh yeah. First, Eddie does get hooked on the Venom symbiote first, but but they're stealing, and also Jameson was mentioned, not J. Jonah Jameson, I think his son, and they're just keep connecting the ooze to each other, like here you go, here you go, here you go. Also, it kind of switched, like it starts acting realistic and serious, but then it goes when it gets on the Venom scene, yeah, there's some jokes here and there. Also, yes. You know when people are saying that there's people that are scenes in trailers that show there are important details in the movie, but then it shows at the end of the movie, like in Amazing Spider-Man 2, where they show previews of the Mecha Rhino. Yeah, the Mecha Rhino, and then at the end they show him at the very end of the movie. They did that with the convenience store scene where he grabs the character's like armless pancreas thing like a turd in the wind. Yeah, so they show that at the very end of the movie. And the part where he's like, if you're gonna stay, you should only hurt bad people. Yeah, that's at the very end of the movie. well, sorry, it's a Spider-Man Hot Wheel. Now, yes, I always love Spider-Man, and yes, am disappointed that I would like it better if it did had a connection to Spider-Man. Why couldn't they just make it in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Like, people are saying it might be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it might not be. Well, this is how I would have done it. First, I'll make it after Avengers 4, and maybe there could be a scene where they're probably gonna bring back Spider-Man and the rest of the characters from the dead after that whole thing. So this is how I would have done it. I would have said, "Hey guys, my suit is worn," and maybe he's on the Guardians Galaxy ship, and he's like, "Oh yeah, there's a place where you can fix your suit. It's down there." But then he goes to like Peter Quill's or Rocket's storage facility where they keep exotic aliens, and they open it, and he's like, "Is this where you fix it?" But it's the Venom suit, and it goes on, and it's like, "Cool, I get a black suit." And then they're like, "Wait, that was the machine that fixes his clothes. That's oh." Because that's like in Secret Wars. That's like in the Secret War comics. And then in Spider-Man Far From Home, we open with the Venom suit. And then because he's gonna fight Mysterio, then there's like he's fighting Mysterio, but then Eddie Brock interferes, like trying to take pictures, maybe ruin his life. And he's like, I'm, but then they're like, this happens. So then, so then he's like, this suit is terrible, and then he tries ripping it off like in the comics, and then goes on to Eddie Brock like in the comics, and then Eddie Brock dons the suit, and then Venom, he becomes Venom. Then Venom teams up with with Mysterio. But don't worry, this is nothing like Spider-Man 3, unlike where he teams up with Sandman, because there's more Venom. Like there's scenes where he fights Venom and then he teams up with Mysterio. At least that's how I would done it. Like I don't know if they're gonna do this, but this is how I would have done it. So Venom, yeah. So Tom Hardy as Venom, yeah, he did a good job. He had like this New York accent, so it makes sense. Or was he in San Francisco for the whole movie? Because in the comics he lives in New York. Because Spider-Man lives in New York, and the rest of the Avengers live in New York. Sorry, cat meowing again. You know, the differences between DC and Marvel is that DC characters live in fictional cities, like Superman lives in Metropolis, Batman lives in Gotham City, The Flash lives in Central City, Green Arrow lives in Star City. You get the point. But the rest of the Marvel characters mainly live in New York City. In fact, I actually read a DC Marvel crossover where the Justice League meets the Avengers, and it was revealed that the Avengers Earth, the Marvel Earth, is actually bigger than the DC Comics Earth is actually bigger than the Marvel Earth because of all the fictional cities. Like, there's even a scene where they teleported and it's like, really, to the Marvel universe, and they're like, really, Metropolis should be here, but there is no Metropolis on this Earth. That was cool. But yeah, sorry, Venom. Well, I don't know what else to talk about. I don't know if they have a chemistry, the romantic characters, because they break up, then this happens, then this happens. I try to think of because the thing about chemistry is that if you have a personality that the both characters like, and if they're in love with each other, then that's what chemistry is. So, I don't know. Like, I guess they don't have chemistry, but I guess they do, but they don't. I don't know. But yeah, also there's an after end credit scene and a mid credit scene. There's a mid credit scene where Brock interviews this guy in prison, and it's Cassidy. It's Carnage, because he has the red hair like in the comics, and he even says, "When I get out, there's gonna be so much carnage." It's him. It's it's Carnage. Yeah, he wasn't the main villain of the movie. It was like the business guy who dons a symbiote suit. Yeah. So yeah, the after end credit scene. It showed a clip from Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse, because we were reading the red credits of all the songs that were in, and it says Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse, and I'm like, really? What song did they use from that? But it showed a whole clip of Spider-Man into the Enter the Spider-Verse, because there's this scene where Miles Morales, I think he was fighting bad guys, but then he's like, goes to the cemetery of Spider-Man, and Peter Parker, and he's like, I can't do it like you, I can't do it. And then older Peter Parker's like, what? Who are you? It can't be, because chances are this is about parallel universes. So he grabs Spider-Man, and then he goes, and then there's this funny scene where they're on a subway where he swings up a subway to escape from these police, and the police are like, there's this kid dressed like Spider-Man and trying to drag this homeless guy, and that was awesome. So it was pretty funny, and it was like to be continued. Like there was this yellow box in the beginning that says meanwhile in an alternate dimension or a parallel universe or an alternate universe. Yeah. So does this mean Spider-Verse and Spider-Man are entered the Spider-Verse and Venom are canon? I guess they're as canon as the characters in Lego Dimensions, but or Who Framed Roger Rabbit, or like Who Framed Roger Rabbit in the real world in the animation. Uh, who knows? Because anything could be a parallel universe. Because like the DC extended universe could be a parallel universe to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man universe could be a parallel universe to the Andrew Garfield or Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. After I saw Turtles Forever, where all the variations of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles do a crossover, I can never see that ever again. Of wherever I think of a reboot coming out, I always see it as a parallel universe. Like I think even Marvel lays them as parallel universe. Like I think the MCU is labeled 1999, which their original universe is 616, or this one is Ultimates. But yeah, so that's my review of Venom. Venom, I hope you enjoyed that review and take care. You might see some new videos.